Hello everybody, Ben here, and I just want to make a short, quick little video on an interesting strategy that I came across, and it's very simple, very simple rules, and it might be something you guys be interested in. And so I've been kind of back this the last couple days, and right now it's in another. This will be a sell trade with it, and so I'm going to kind of show you exactly how it works. It works on both buy and sell, and in particular, it is on the S&P 500. And so it's the concept is very simple. So very first thing you want to need to do, so number one, okay, is that it needs to be on the 5 minute chart. So go ahead and go on the 5 minute chart on the SP 500. Okay, perfect. Or SPY, you could do either or. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is the very first candle at the start of the New York session. And so that would be the 9, if you're at Eastern time zone, that would be the 9:30. So you can see right here, this is the candle. And so that in particular, so once that candle is done, that's 5 minutes, obviously, since it's a 5 minute candle. You'll draw a line. You'll draw a horizontal line from the very top to the very bottom of the candle. So this one in particular, you see it right there. It was actually quite an interesting one. Not too many wicks involved there, but anyway, so that is the candle. So you go high and low. So perfect. So that's step two. So step one, 5 minute chart. Step two is you go draw a line on the high at the very top. So if you get a wick like this, you draw it right there. Wick like that, you draw it right there. So this is our candle. So the next thing that's going to need to happen is that there will need to be a rapid spike in price, and so it needs to close outside of it, like a decently strong move. So if there's like for an example, this candle right here, we see these big long wicks. That means the buyers are just they're kind of uncertain, and so this wouldn't be a particular signal for this. It needs to have a strong move to the down or the upside. And so you see here that we kind of just stayed along this line and then eventually made our way down before coming back up, and just could not push past that level. And so we did come back down, and then right here is what we're looking for. Something like this, okay, a strong move below this line. And so now the only thing that you have to do would be wait for a pullback. And you see this little wick right there. It did pull back, and you can even go down to the 1 minute chart to find the entry. And so you would enter a sell right on that level right there. Okay, so you would enter a sell right there on that pullback. So it has to pull back. So if it does something like this and then just keeps going, that is a no trade. We have to get a nice little pullback there. And so it actually still is pulling back. And it's still kind of just sitting right here. So this is actually a live look at what it would look like in real time. So then that's the trade. So you're in a sell. So it's obviously if it breaks the downside, it's a sell. If it breaks the upside right here, so say we had a strong candle right here and it closed. Say that was the candle right there, and we would go buy. Then we would just look for a pullback and then enter on the pullback. And so you can see an example yesterday, actually. Let's go ahead and look at yesterday. This was the example, and I actually took this trade. This was the very first candle, so that was the horizontal lines, and then we had that strong move. So as soon as the pullback right here was the entry, and it was a great trade. So the last thing, and so that's the example there. The last thing that you'll need to know is that you could do 2 to 1. So you could do 2 to 1 risk to reward. So this is your one right here. You'll just do two. You'll just do two for a take profit. And so we kind of have that right there. Or you can find different levels. I've been looking at this level right here. If it breaks this, it's actually gonna be a really nice trade. Kind of see what I'm looking at there. Nice little level right there. It even comes all the way back here. And so that's kind of what we're looking at there. So yeah, 2 to 1. So that's kind of the idea. The strategy. So that's it. And so that is on the S&P 500 or the SPY or whatever you're trading. So I found it quite interesting because we actually have a system that's actually it works on the 15-minute time frames instead of the 5, and it has been absolutely crushing it. And we actually called it the hot shot. We call it the hot shot trading, And so stuff like this really interests me because our hot shot is hitting at a 90% win rate in 2024. That is all verified, back tested trades that we looked at on this particular time, just this particular platform. And so this is actually a trade. So the hot shot actually has a trade. So you can see that level right there. But it actually has a sell trade as well. So it kind of works in conjunction with this system that we're looking at on this 5-minute chart. Um, yeah, so this is a really great system. Like I said, 90%. And so this is our recent trade. Bump back. And so we actually have a few take profits. So we hit first take profit there. And then we almost hit second. And we hit second take profit there. Now it did come back and hit our stop loss. But our system, we would get out in some of these levels, and so we just have three particular take profits just because it's nice to kind of scale your position. But yeah, so this is actually something that if you guys are interested in an S&P 500 system, if you're interested in a system like this that I showed you right here, really quick and easy trading strategy. And again, if it's a 2-to-1, so this is not a very big risk. You can actually do options. You can do like a couple days out and just kind of scalp this thing. And so if it works, if it doesn't, you're not, this isn't that big of a move um, to really, and then you'll just get out right here if it comes back to the other side. So pretty interesting strategy. So we kind of wanted to hit on both of those. So if you're interested in a really detailed, just really great uh, S&P 500 system. That is our hot shot. And so I'm going to go ahead and link a page in the description. Go ahead and check that out. We actually have a nice little training. Casey and I, we go through and we'll share exactly how that's been working this year and what it's been able to do. So again, this is this system right here. And we think if it breaks this level, it's going to be a nice trade. So this is take profit 1, 2, and 3. And so you'll see a little bit about how this works, and in particular how you can get these signals. And so we actually send a Telegram alert on every single trade that we take with it, and it does about we can get anywhere from 3 to 5 per week. That's a little bit high though, because it does have a specific system, and it doesn't really work if it just continually to take trades. So that's why it's very picky on them. So, but yeah, if you want to check that out, go ahead and check the description below. But yeah, this is this strategy. It looks like we're heading back into the red zone here. I just kind of drew these lines. So we'll see how this plays out. It might hit the stop loss here, um, but that's fine because it's just a really quick scalp. But yeah, I thought this system was pretty cool. So this one yesterday was a nice little winner. Today might be a loss, but we'll see. I mean, it might come back right here and then might come all the way back down here in this zone before it breaks it. We'll see. Like I said, with our hot shot, we are looking for are looking for a sell, and so or we actually already have sold, and so we're just kind of waiting on this thing. So all the way down here in the 5-minute chart, it's just and you can even do stuff like this where you draw lines, and this is actually something that we call a. Actually, I'm seeing it now. This is called a megaphone. This is called a megaphone pattern. If you ever seen a megaphone before, we actually have a specific strategy. So that's kind of like the megaphone right there. And so this is where you would yell a bunch of stuff. But that is the megaphone pattern. And so a lot of these times it'll come up here. It'll hit back down up. If it does break the megaphone, it's a nice trade to the upside. But yeah, we're still looking for this to keep going down. So alrighty, well that's it for me, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let somebody know that's interested in this kind of stuff. Maybe share that with them. We really would appreciate it. And if you have any comments, suggestions, anything like that, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. All right, thank you.